Alright guys, once again, thank you for all the feedback that I've gotten on my DIY projects here on YouTube, on Instagram and Reddit, Facebook and so on. I owe you an update on the wooden spot arms. So today, the first thing I'll do is put some weight on this one and see if it breaks. I've previously tested it with my own weight. I've been doing like my body weight on it and I weigh around 100 kilos. Today I'll put all the plates that I can put on it and let's see if anything happens. I'm not going to improve this exact model and the reason for that is this model grabs with this part on the leg on the rack, and since I've modified my rack, improved that, putting some braces in between the wall and the outer leg, then I can no longer use this in all the positions, all the holes. Then it'll just hit this one. Especially all the settings that I need to have it in for my bench press or for my log press. It would be positioned in the incorrect height. But if I were to improve this model, I would improve this part because that's probably the weakest one. I would add some kind of top layer that's cut in from one piece, probably from a piece of plywood that's shaped like a U. Like that, and probably something underneath as well. And that's the only strengthening I would do on it. And then I would also put a lip or something, an end stop on this one, so the bubble or log, whatever you use, is not going to roll out. I'm going to do that on the new version as well. Okay, so the new version will be slightly different. It will have the same length, more or less, and it just won't have the part going up like here. So this will be the highest position of it. Then instead of this out here, I will have plywood kind of like this, but going all the way out here. And on the back side, I'll be able to put a piece of 2x4 on the back side that I'll have to do that manually and put a bolt through it, so that's gotta prevent it from tipping out. The first thing is to put some weight on the old version, so you guys can see that if you already made it or planning on making something like that. And then I'll do the other one as well. I've put this spot arm in the lowest position just in case it breaks and it falls down on the floor, then it won't fall that far. But I actually think it can hold a lot of weight. I know for sure it will hold 100 kilo because that's my weight. But one word about that is that's a static weight, and if you drop a bubble from a height and it lands on this, then you have a much bigger impact than a static weight. So if it only holds 100 kilo in static weight, it's not going to hold 100 kilo with a drop, that's for sure. But it will definitely hold more than 100. And what holds the actual weight is the steel pipe that goes from the backside through the leg of the rack and well into this part here. And this top piece here is basically just to support it. So the actual weight is right in here. But let's try it out. $80, $100, $120. 150, 170. That's 170 kilos so far. That's all my large Olympic plates. I think it could still hold some more weight. Keep in mind that's just one spot arm, but then again it's a static weight, so if you drop the bubble, it's gonna be a larger impact. Okay, so I've built the first arm. Let's go through that and put some weight on it and see how that holds. As you can see, this design doesn't have the top part that grabbed around, but instead the legs of the rack would be in here. And for safety, I'll put this block of wood in between, put a bolt through the holes here, and eventually a nut. As I said, it's a bit more manual, but on the other hand, it would fit better on my rack because I put these braces on. All right, as you can see, it's on. This is the leg of the rack, goes in between the sides, and the bolt goes through, in through this block of wood, out here, nut. Then I also put a gusset made of 2x4 underneath. There's 2x4 in the end here. And this top part rests on this 2x4 that goes in here. And then of course the end stop. Let's put some weight on it and let's see if it holds more than 170 kilo that I put on the previous version. All right, I'm gonna put some smaller plates on. 185. That's 200 kilos, and I'm pretty sure this will hold a lot more than 200. And the previous one was, I loaded that to 170. I still think that could handle a lot more as well. Again, all the weight is on the steel pipe that goes on the rack. And remember, this is a static load. So if you drop a barbell, it's gonna have a much bigger impact than a static load. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit the like button. Here's a few other videos, my leg press, my other DIY projects. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. See you soon.